Good morning. Happy New Year to all of you. This is the second day of the new you. The new you. This is a year for you. The new you. We've been through the transformation. We've been through the birthing, the new birthing. So now we're in this state of rejoy, renew, new activations, new light. So let's see what will happen in these weeks. As being told, January is always one of the most difficult months. We are going to transmute that energy. It's not going to be as the years before, it's going to be better. It's going to be more light, more lightheartedness, and we're going to this whole new energy of waking up your soul, waking up your spirit, waking up the world, the world that is transforming, and more people are going to be awake. And even in the third dimensional realm, it's going to be different. It's going to be, there's a huge change coming in. So what does it do with the twin flames? Well, the twin flames needs to be in balance in every way, the way of speaking, the way of addressing yourself in the outer world. Less hard words that keeps you in a low frequency. We have to go to loving, kind words with a higher frequency, not being concentrating on everything what's happening in the third dimensional realm. Okay, so yeah, we try. Sometimes there's energy coming through that is from another realm or another dimension, and then I'm calling it the fourth dimension, and that's still mingling with each other. But we're trying to go to higher frequency and more love in our communication. Okay? This year is the time of releasing all control. All control is meant by, the energies that are, holding us back, holding us down. And that is we transformed that already. And you feel, yesterday, you felt another energy coming in. And that meant that your body needed rest, that your body needed to recuperate, because we were at the 1-1 portal, So let's see what's going on in the masculine's mind space. The planets are influencing a lot in our lives, but we have to go beyond that, beyond the planets. No matter they have the influence on us, but our mind could be stronger than that. Our mind, our focus, our what we perceive can be changed, can be broken open, can be saying, okay, I take this from this energy, I take this from that planet, I take this energy from that planet, and I'm integrating it in myself. But all the other things that is of is holding us back, we leave that behind, or we shine more light to it, so it will be easier to flow through. Okay? We're not getting rid of it, because that's not the purpose. We're not getting rid of anything. We're getting rid of what is disbalancing us. So the disbalancing is the control in this world. But that also means our programmed control needs to be released. So we have to search within where we want to have control over. What do we want to navigate to? And if we know that if something is meant to be in your life, it will be in your life. If it's not, it will be removed out of your life. And that's not what you do yourself. That's what the universe does. That's what the vibration does. You know, if you giving all the time, and you do it with a purpose to regain something, and that energy will be removed out of your life, then resentment can come in. And we don't want to have that resentment. So we need to have to see, okay, what was my expectation from that whole situation? So, and that's only what you need to ask yourself. What was my expectation of this situation where I wanted to have control over, or what I wanted to gain by giving so much? Okay? And when you give too much and nothing is coming back in return, then the resentment is coming in. And those programs we need to release. We need to release all of those programs. And that's just because you focus too much on what you wanted to gain out of that situation. Okay? Well, let's go to the mind space of the Divine Masculine. Okay, let me clear that energy. Ooh, that's nice. Okay. In the mind space of the Divine Masculine. Divine healing is upon you. Divine grace and divine guidance. So you get divine guidance and divine grace from the universe, from people around you, from the angelic ones, or even the winged ones. That's what I want to say. You can go to the angelic realm, but if we're going to the fifth dimensional realm, we're going above the angelic realm. Okay, so we skip the angels, and we're going to call them the winged ones. The winged ones. Okay, so this love and light is coming into your life, and he knows this. He knows that there is divine healing, that there is divine guidance for him, that there is and it will happen with grace and ease. It doesn't mean that it will be happening in a sourceful or forceful way. No, it's the light, it's the softness, it's the high frequency energy that comes in to heal you, you know, from different kind of aspects, from different kind of people, from different, you know, they embody the energy. It's not that they are the energy, they are that energy. It's the energy is moving through them, and because of that energy that is moving through them, a lot of things will be healed. The earth, you know, the realms, everything will be healed if you give your healing without expectations, and it's from the unconditional love. What I think it's still difficult, the unconditional love, because the unconditional love is coming from source and not from people. Yeah, it's with the unconditional love. I refer to the energy of source, and for me, it's source, it's goddess, it's, you know, the unconditional light language, the light energy that is coming through you. Okay, and that's, he knows that he's been guiding by that light. He knows that he is be healed by that light, and that divine grace is upon him, and that it will go in ease and grace, that it's not the hard work we always needed to do, you know. It's the light energy, it's it's a light energy. So that's a different kind of energy of the third and the fourth dimensional realm. Okay. Know yourself in his heart space. Meditate on who I am, and ask yourself, who am I? And it's so beautiful, because I always get the same answer. So that's for the divine masculine. Ask yourself, you know, who am I? And then the veil is lifting, and everything is opening. Everything is opening to source, to who you really are in that space of your heart. And you're not your ego. You're not what people think you are. You are what source think that you are. You are not your beliefs. You are not your belief system. You know, what you are is in a totally different realm when you connect your heart to source. Okay. So how does the divine masculine sees the divine feminine? That she's opening her heart, and that she knows that she has a right to love, you know, and he sees that she has a right to love and be loved, and that there is heart healing for her. So it could be that both of them are healing themselves and healing each other, because there is a right, the birthright to be loved, the birthright to receive that love. But it's not really the love from the outside. It's the love from the inside. It's the unconditional love from source. And the masculine sees this, that she is opening her heart, that there is no expectation, that her heart is healed, or going or being on the road to healing, you know, and that she deserves more than the third dimensional realm can give her. So when she is connecting with the higher realms, he sees that her heart is open, that she is on the right path to love, that she is beloved by many beings, by many energies, by many people around her, and that her heart is healing. Okay, because there is no need to go back to the past anymore. You know, that is, it's almost being erased, because she's in the now, and in the now, and in connected with the realms. You're always in this space of, you know, tapping into the joy and into the happiness. Okay. So what's going on in the Divine Feminine's mind space? She knows they are star children. Star children are in her mind space. So there are no veils. There are psychic and different, cosmic, inspirational, and light. So that's where she's connecting with. She is connecting with the higher frequency, with a different cosmic energy that is an inspiration for many others, but also inspiration for herself and for the light, because the star children are connected with each other. She knows that that the divine masculine and the divine feminine in the higher realms are connected with each other, that they are star children, that they are connected from the heart, and that there are no veils. That means there are no lies, there are no deceptions, there is nothing that they can't see, because they see each other. They see each other through and through. So there is no energy that is distorting this. You know, it's rising above that ego space, rising above and coming from that heart space, and knowing that there is this unconditional love from the heart space. And they move above that belief system, what we are, and the control system that is integrated in our system from eons and eons. But because of all the transformations and all the downloads and all the things that happened, and the activations, the DNA is changed, and the pineal gland is so much activated that the ego has no control over it. It's about releasing the control and let the heart rule. Okay? So that is what's going on in the divine feminine's mind space. It's like, I want to go back to that space where I feel the joy, where I feel the light, where I am seeing be through the veils, and the psychic is getting more activated. And I get the inspiration from the light and the source and the knowing and everything I get from that higher source, because she knows that she is from the stars, and the stars are transmuting all the energies towards her, and that the rest is what she's seeing is just a circus around her that she's observing and that she is releasing out of her system. Okay. What is in her heart space? The indigo child. Again, the light expires and inspires the heart space. She's going in dialogue with herself and with her mind, and take action, have that passion for that life, and looking for her community. So be one with the community that speaks her language, and it inspires her. So the dialogue is between her heart space and the mind, and the mind is giving her instructions, you know, to follow that light and to be that inspiring and to have no veils, to be open about herself and communicate from her heart space. There's no action. There is action in her heart space towards that higher realm. She is a divine being that is connected and sensitive and feeling everything what the other persons feel. She is an empath, a hioka. She is one of the people that can change the frequencies. She knows also when she is around people and she feels the energies and the pains and the aches of other people, that she also can lower that frequency, is that she can lower the volume on that energy, so she feels it, but it doesn't become her, and by and she knows that is okay for her, and she say when she feels something in someone else from the heart space, and she doesn't feel correctly, or she's not sure about it, she just turns up the volume a bit, the frequency a bit, so she can feel more into it and know exactly where the problems lay. And after that, when she feels that she's on the correct space, then she's lowering it down. And why? She learned herself this mechanism is because she doesn't have to feel everything what someone else feels. So that's a kind of protection of her sensitivity and her heart. Okay. How does she seize the divine masculine? Oh, that's the same as last week, I think. Emergence. Celebrate sensuality, joy, right to enjoy, and truly living. It's spreading his wings. It's releasing himself from all the burdens, all the things that hold him down. And I know in this time that the light workers were under under a different kind of influence, under a different kind of energy, that now he can release that and he can emerge and go to that sun and spread his wings and know that everything will be okay, you know. He is celebrating his new, the new you, celebrate the new you, and the divine feminine is seeing that. He is soft, he's sensual, he is joyful, his joy is coming back, releasing the worries, because when you don't know when, you don't need to worry, you know. What needs to be in your life will come into your life by the attraction of what you see and feel on your vibrational match. So if you put out a vibration in this realm, you're also attracting that frequency that you want in your life. Okay, so so that's what's going to happen. there is joy coming from source, and that will erase him, that will raise him and fly and be free, and knowing that your soul needs to be free, that your soul needs to roar and to surface the realms, and that is no that soul has no limitations. So nobody can have control over your soul. Nobody. Unless you sign a contract. Unless you sign the contract. So when you signed a contract in the past, it's better to release all those contracts and to say, okay, I'm releasing this contract. I rebuke those energies to the church or to something else, other religions or what else. Let it go and know that your soul is free to choose whatever you want. And going beyond that, because when you still have contracts running with groups or with people, then they can hook you and stop you from moving forwards to a higher realm. So you can give your energy into another energy or another person or another, but then you're not signing contracts, you're just moving on and fly away from that, going in that higher frequency. And even if there are people coming in group formation with a lower frequency, you can send them that energy so they can transform it. Okay? So that's what, how she sees the divine masculine, how she sees where he's going towards, that, that there is a need of freedom. And it's almost also that she sees the soul is being caged for so many eons, and now the soul has space, the soul has his freedom, so it won't let itself caged by anyone, this is what I so strongly feel. I really feel I can't be caged. I need to have that freedom. I'm giving my time and my space and my energy towards you and my love, but my soul can't be caged, So yeah, it's really beautiful. Okay. What will support the divine masculine? Surrender. The purity. Use the energy of the unicorn to surrender your mind, to surrender misaligned energies. Go to the, if you're in the northern hemisphere, go and go beyond that energy of the water, cleanse yourself with water, shower, take salt baths, use crystals that support your life to get rid of misaligned energies, because the misaligned energies are the energies of the ego, of mistrust, deceiving, jealousy, harsh words. You know, it's not that frequency that you need to stay into. It's the frequency you need to arise, because we don't, you know, it's, and most of the time we can change, you know, that energy with this light of the unicorn. It's about the jealousy is most of the time, and it's very simple, I want to have what you have. And when you release that, and when you're out of that system, and you say, okay, I give you love, because that's what you need more love, and I give my love to you, or I give the person, there is, you know, yeah, okay, thank you. I can address this. If there is a triangle, you can choose, you know, to be in this jealousy energy that eats you up, or that you say, okay, I release the triangle energy, I release that energy of jealousy, with the energy of the unicorn, with the help of the unicorn, that is saying, send that person more love, or give that person to the other person, and remove yourself out of that triangle energy. So you're also breaking contracts with that kind of energy, but most of the time is ancestral lineage. It's the ancestral lineage. So it's about, okay, you know, give away what don't want to stay with you. Don't go and fight over it. You know, it's releasing it, giving it to the person. There's already a choice made, right? So give that person that energy, give that person that frequency, what they deserve, and get yourself out of that energy. So release misaligned energies and return to your truth, you know, and the truth is always love. It could be that there's someone in your surroundings that is a bit of jealous of what you have, of the love that you receive. So that person also needs to receive love. But the most of the time, if you give that to that person, you know, and you're on a higher frequency, the frequency that you give to them, that love and that care that you give to them, will be transforming them into releasing that jealousy, to be more aware that they need self-love, that they have to work on that self-love, that they have to care about that self-love, that they have to care about themselves. So there is always, and that's what I always say, there's always enough for everyone. So there is no need for jealousy. There is no need for, because those are lower frequencies. That's the conditioning. That's the program. That's where they want to keep us in. That is keeping us from elevating ourselves to this beautiful, beautiful state. So what is needed for the divine masculine is surrender himself, you know, and out of the thinking and out of that energy. But if you surrender to the light ones and the angelic ones and your light beings, you know, then you're perfectly okay, and you will go on and on and on and transform, and things will work out for the best for you. your manifesting is quicker, your relationships are getting better, your immune system getting stronger, your everything is changing in your life. Everything. Your desires come true. Your divine partner will come into your life. So, and that's a difficulty with people who grow on such a high speed, you know. When you grow on a high speed, it means people come into your life, and at that moment, that's a good vibration. Then you have to release them because you're growing, and then you have to release again, and then you have to. So it's very important that you don't let your soul be caged, because otherwise you get entrapped, and that's such a difficult space to be in. When your soul is entrapped and can't move, you get depressed and all of that kind of things. So yeah, release that kind of energy and move yourself through, and don't be afraid of letting go. Don't be afraid of letting go of people that are not on your vibration anymore. Okay? Because it serves your good, and that's also self-love for you, you know. If you're in this energy of a marriage contract or a commitment, you're trapped. Your soul is trapped. Okay? So that's how the divine masculine feels. So surrender, because we are all one. You are me, I am you, and all our energies are in that alignment with each other. Okay, so if the divine masculine is seeing that there are misaligned energies, and you're coming out of a third dimensional realm, and you have to step into your own frequency again, then, you know, remove yourself from that energy and come back in your own alignment, okay? And return to your truth, return to your light, return to your essence, return to who you are, okay? Gee, that was a long channeling, guys. Integration. That's how he sees the relationship with the divine feminine. He sees the union with the divine feminine as integration. You need to forgive self and others, reunion, and let go of differences, and open the door to the light. Open the door to step in that light. And let go of all distorted energies. Let go of all the energies that are misaligned, because they could keep you trapped. They could keep you from what you deserve, what your higher goal is, what your birthright is. You know, your birthright is love, abundance, creativity, joy, happiness. So everything that withholds you from that, let it go and release it, okay? And step in that light energy where you can be, when you can have that force, where you can have that rejuvenation, and that everything will, you know, will be attracted for you, because all the doors are opening. Okay. What surrenders the divine feminine? The new man. The new man. The enlightened masculine, there is potential to create the new earth together for the star children to come in. They need to do the work. They need to do, if they did the inner work, you know, on themselves, they can also do the work outside themselves and going into this union with the divine masculine and the divine feminine, because this divine feminine is next to the divine masculine, the new man. So they can do the work, you know, they can do the work together. They can walk the path together because they did that work, that inner work and that hard work. And then you feel enlightened, you know. The masculine has so much potential to help and to assist this transition to the new earth, you know, to the new you, to the new both of you that can be new together, you know, and create that new world. So it really needs to be in that alignment, and what's within you, in your heart space, that will also attract from the outside, you know. It will also attract from the outside because you're on that same frequency. And when you notice that you are out of alignment because of different energies that came in, you have to go back to your real source, your real alignment, and then, you know, your counterpart and your divine masculine within and your divine feminine within is healed, and your counterpart is in the 5th dimension, and you feel it, you see it, you have contact, and then it will manifest on this earthly plane. And working towards a new earth together, walking that path together, healing Mother Earth. Okay, how is the divine feminine seeing the union with the divine masculine? Receive your birthright. That's what she says to the divine masculine. You need to receive your birthright, the unconditional love. It's not the love of control. It's not the love, you need to do this, you need to do that for me. You know, it's the unconditional love. Because if that's the same, if they vibrating on the same unconditional love, that attraction will come in automatically without questioning. You know, if somebody asks you something, you know, I need help with this or this, there is no questioning. There is no, yes, I will do that for you. And also that is a connection to other people. If they say, you know, I feel something and I want to meet you or I want to see you, then there is this from source, this unconditional love that says, yeah, go ahead. You know, there is no boundary between, and that no boundary between it to hold it back, because they know from the heart space that it's okay, that is the right frequency. Okay, so that's how she sees the divine masculine in union. When they are in union, there is this unconditional love, you know, and she feels that he has the right on unconditional love, and because it's also his birthright, and to receive everything in his life that that he desires, let's say it that way. You know, if he wants to do things differently, you know, and he's on that right vibration, he can manifest it in an instant. And that's what she wants for him. That's what she sees with him, that it's his birthright. And it's time also for him to receive that love. But it's the unconditional love. It's not the love that it's interacting between humans. It's the love that interacts from the heart space and the source. Okay. Well, that's I feel the energy's changing. Whoo, that's a intense, I hope. Of course, the people who are watching will be on that frequency or growing to that frequency to make this planet a better planet. Let's see what this has to say for both of them. Thank you. Divine Masculine, one for the Divine Feminine. These are so hard to shuffle, but I love them. I love those cards. One for the Divine Feminine. Ooh, beautiful. So guys, if you want a private reading from me, I have a waiting list, so you can add yourself in the description box below and send me an email if you want a private reading. You can connect with me on Messenger, on Facebook, on Instagram to connect with me. Yeah, and if you want a private reading, let me know. I'm opening up around the second week of January. So you will be one of the first that receive that reading and don't have to wait longer. Okay. One for the Divine Feminine, please. Thank you. Okay. For both of them, soulmate. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. So your soulmate is already with you in spirit. So he will manifest itself physically. And that's exactly what I already mentioned, right? So that's for both of them. So for both of them, they meet in spirit. Spirit are on the same frequency and they will manifest in the physical space. Okay? The union of hearts. A love connection defies explanation. A love connection. I think I need to have my glasses on. A love connection defies explanation. You know, it's, and I thought no explanation, but it's defies explanation. So it is two souls that coming together and coming in union and be as one. You know, that's, wow. Union of hearts. The hearts are already in union. That's because that's already done in spirit form. They, you know, spirit and the energies recognized each other. And this is a soul connection. Okay. For the divine masculine, let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love, oh my God, love never claims, it simply allows and gives. Well, that was the channeling. This is the confirmation of the channeling I gave about your soul needs to be free. Okay? So let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and it gives. And that is so such a difficult. Now I don't want to say difficult. It's a huge transition of the programs that were run into our system from our ancestral lines. Okay, so you need to raise above anything that the other wants in his life. If the other wants to be free, you have to give them free. You have to give them freedom. If they want different things than you need to accept it and let it go. You know, it will let go out of itself. Okay, I'm starting already to release all that energy. Okay, that's beautiful. The only thing that's real, that is love. Shift your focus back to love and you will receive everything what you want. So there is, the only thing that is really real is the love connection. That's why if you have such a great love for a deceased partner or a deceased person, you know, through love you can connect. You never can connect by mind. You always connect by love. And when you think in love about your loved ones, they will come in and will give you signs that they are there. And that's also how it works with the twin flame union. Only love is real. What you feel for each other in your heart space is real. It's not real when the mind makes it up, right? Okay. Because, yeah, I'm not going there because that's old school. Okay, for the divine feminine, balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. Okay? But when it challenges you, it's also about going to the heart space and find within that you need to resolve. Because you support each other in love, but if it's a challenge, most of the time there is a fight coming up, or the ego takes over. So that means that when there is a challenge in your life, that you need to work on it yourself. Because if you don't work on it yourself, it's just an ego thing, and the hurt will come up, and then the words are come up, and then it becomes harder and harder. So there is, for the divine feminine, it needs a balance. You know, it needs that space of being there, being in that space of, you know, surfing through all the emotions. And what's not in balance, you can change that within your system, just to say about what would love do. And then you change everything, every trauma in your life you can change about what would love do, because it's probably your belief system and your ego that is going to keep you in that space. Okay? So balancing it out. Receive with love and appreciation for the divine feminine. Gracious acceptance is the way to show you love. Gracious acceptance is the way to show you love. Wow. Yeah, it's about receiving, because most of the people are not used to receiving. They're all just used to give and give and give. But if you can receive, from the other frequency, you know, if you can receive from your divine counterpart, or from people on the street that gives you a compliment or something else, then it is okay. Then it is like, okay, I receive, I know, and I show my love by accepting their gifts, by accepting their love, by accepting what they give me. And that is how I show my love to you, that I'm grateful. Okay? So the appreciation and the acceptance of someone, that someone gives to you, is already enough to show your love. Okay? Well, this was a beautiful reading again. And I hope you're all going through that enormous transition, what's coming up in the future. You know, keep it on your timeline. Don't get into fear mode. Know what's happening in the world, but raise your vibration and go above it. Don't keep yourself stuck in that rabbit hole, because when you're in that rabbit hole and they're closing the ground above you, you know, you have to dig much deeper before you get out. So transform it right away. Okay, love and bless you. Have a great new year, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.